So there were a couple of bits of analysis here that had dots next to them, and I'm going to look at them both. Jill uses the word to fill in her speech. Okay, I think that is a bit of a clunky sentence. We need to look at the way it's written. We need to avoid word anyway. So we need to look at the avoidance of that. Use filler instead. So Jill uses the filler not to fill in her speech, but to give her a bit of thinking time. So I think kind of skip this bit of your sentence and move down. This gives her time to think about what she is wanting to say to the audience, showing that she hasn't finished speaking just yet. And I think we need, instead of the audience, specify who that is. So it's her friend. She's not afraid to say in front of her friend. She's having to think about it because of this situation that she's talking about. It was a violent situation. It was a situation she had to think back to because it was in the past. Therefore, she does need that little bit of thinking time to think about what exactly happened at the time. So, a few little tweaks with that one to be made. Simile down here, we need to get rid of the IE because it's just an E on the end there. So the simile is used to present a hailstorm, or the hailstorm, as a military onslaught. It effectively gives away the emotional side of the speech, helping the reader to visualise the terror. It builds up the tension, grabbing the reader's attention by good use of emotional language. I think we need to go for emotive rather than emotional there. We need to avoid the word good, so it's an effective use of emotional language is much better than good. Okay. I think you need to be a little bit more specific as well. So it effectively gives away the emotional side of the speech. What is that emotional side? You need to connect to the content directly. So it's the fact that she was fearful at the time. It was dramatic. She's trying to maybe exaggerate the dramatic situation to her friend in order to evoke further sympathy for her situation. So yeah, just think a little bit about that. We're also using the reader. We don't really exist in this situation. It's the two speakers speaking to one another. So it's the speaker and the audience that we need to look at. So a few bits to develop there. There are some elements of this which I really like. I like the word visualise. Yeah, visualise is really nice. Present is really nice because it's better than show. And you have used effectively up here. Okay, so a little bit of work on vocabulary, just being a little bit more specific in relation to the context and avoiding reader, thinking about speaker and audience.